Hi everyone. Welcome back to our channel The Dark Side. I will discuss the information there is regarding the case of Rex Heuermann. Remember to subscribe for more. After more than a decade of haunting Long Island, the Gilgo Beach serial killer case appears to have been solved. On July 14, Rex Heuermann, a 59-year-old local architect from Massapequa Park, was arrested and charged with murdering 3 women whose bodies were found near Gilgo Beach in 2010. He is also the prime suspect in the murder of a 4th woman found nearby. Heuermann pleaded not guilty to the charges. Since the arrest, more women have come forward with stories about their interactions with Heuermann, as they worked as sex workers. Authorities are investigating these accounts for potential leads. In an unusual move, the Suffolk County District Attorney, Ray Tierney, will personally lead the prosecution against Heuermann, although he hasn't prosecuted a case since taking office in 2022. At a community meeting, it was discussed that Nassau County Police will implement additional video surveillance and patrols to ease neighbors' concerns. The possibility of the town purchasing the suspect's property is also being explored. In a first-hand account, a former colleague described Heuermann as someone fascinated by guns and hunting, sharing unsettling stories that made his co-workers uncomfortable. During the search of Heuermann's home, investigators discovered approximately 279 weapons, leading them to arrest him away from the house due to concerns about his access to these firearms. The search of the property has provided a massive amount of evidence that will take time to analyze. Heuermann's DNA has not been entered into a national crime database since he has not been convicted of any crimes yet. The investigation is ongoing, looking into potential ties to other states, including South Carolina and Nevada. The suspect's wife, Asa Ellerup, has filed for divorce, and she was reportedly shocked and disgusted after learning about the allegations against her husband. As investigators continue their work, they are also reviewing unsolved murder cases in multiple states to see if there might be any links to the alleged serial killer. The case against Heuermann was built upon advanced technology, cell phone data, and eyewitness accounts, finally leading to his arrest. His family has expressed shock and surprise at the allegations against him. The overall investigation is still ongoing, and law enforcement is carefully sifting through evidence and information to build a solid case against Heuermann. As the investigation into the Gilgo Beach serial killer case continues, authorities are meticulously piecing together the evidence and conducting interviews to shed light on the full extent of Rex Heuermann's alleged crimes. The community remains on edge, grappling with the shock of discovering that a seemingly ordinary architect could be connected to such heinous acts. As more information comes to light, the media and public attention on the case intensify. Gawkers and true crime enthusiasts flock to Heuermann's home and the areas involved in the investigation, leading to heightened law enforcement presence in those locations. The details emerging about Heuermann paint a complex and disturbing picture. While some co-workers recall him as a generally calm and soft-spoken individual, others describe him as having a fascination with guns and hunting. The fact that Heuermann allegedly displayed enjoyment when discussing the murders during encounters with sex workers raises chilling concerns about his mindset. The discovery of a hidden and heavily fortified room in Heuermann's home adds another layer of intrigue to the investigation. Speculation arises about the purpose of such a room, and investigators are trying to determine if any of the killings took place there. Authorities are also looking into other properties owned by Heuermann, both in South Carolina and Las Vegas, to determine if there might be any connections to unsolved cases in those regions. The divorce filing by Heuermann's wife, Asa Ellerup, further complicates the situation. Investigators are likely exploring any potential knowledge she may have had about her husband's actions and whether she was aware of any suspicious behavior. Her reported shock and disgust at the allegations against him indicate that she, like the rest of the community, was completely taken aback by the revelations. As the case moves forward, one crucial challenge for the prosecution will be to ensure a fair trial, given the extensive media coverage and public interest in the case. Finding unbiased jurors will be vital to ensure justice is served. Meanwhile, the families of the victims continue to grapple with the tragedy that struck their loved ones years ago. Some feel that law enforcement initially did not take the case seriously enough, and they hope that this new development will bring the long-awaited closure and justice they seek. The investigation team remains committed to uncovering the truth and connecting any possible links to other unsolved cases. The application of advanced technology, forensic analysis, and cooperation between law enforcement agencies in different states will be crucial to the success of this comprehensive investigation. As the trial date approaches, the nation watches closely, seeking answers to the many questions surrounding this disturbing and mysterious case. The hope is that through a fair and thorough legal process, justice will be served for the victims and their families, finally bringing an end to the haunting chapter of the Gilgo Beach serial killer case. As the trial date looms, the public's interest in the Gilgo Beach serial killer case remains fervent. Media coverage continues to delve into every aspect of the investigation, dissecting the suspect's life, motives, and potential connections to other unsolved cases across multiple states. Law enforcement agencies are working tirelessly to gather and analyze all the evidence meticulously. The sheer volume of data, along with the complexity of the case, poses challenges, but they remain committed to ensuring a comprehensive and airtight prosecution. The suspect, Rex Heuermann, is in custody, and his defense team is preparing for a high-profile trial. They face the daunting task of countering the massive media attention surrounding the case, ensuring that a fair trial can take place, and addressing potential biases that may have formed due to extensive media coverage. As the investigation extends to other states, authorities are collaborating to determine if Heuermann might be linked to additional unsolved murders. The process of reviewing cases from various jurisdictions requires time and coordination between law enforcement agencies, and it may be a while before any potential connections come to light. As the criminal justice process unfolds, society will reflect on the lessons learned from this case and evaluate how to prevent such tragedies in the future. It is crucial to address the issues surrounding violence against sex workers and ensure that law enforcement takes all missing persons cases seriously, regardless of the victims' backgrounds or professions. The Gilgo Beach serial killer case has shaken the community and the nation at large, reminding us of the importance of vigilant law enforcement, timely investigations, and a justice system that provides closure to the families of victims. As the trial progresses, the hope is that the truth will prevail, offering solace to those who have endured the pain of loss and uncertainty for far too long. The psychology of Heuermann seems to be a sexual sadist. He loved to dominate and control his victims. He watched child and sadistic pornography. He seems to have been narcissistic also. This is an assumption from the information that has been obtained. For the proper diagnosis, he would need the evaluation of a professional. If you liked this video, subscribe for more content. Thanks for listening.